Hello students, in the last lecture we solved the numerical on the basis of velocity and accelerations. So today we have to solve the numerical example 2 part 2. So that data that an IC engine mechanism as shown in the figure. So this mechanism is shown in figure in which crank AB rotates. So this is a crank that AB rotates 600 rpm. The length of the crank AB is 0.5 meters, so that length is given over here, and connecting rod is 2 meter long. So this is the connecting rod B to P, that is a 2 meter long. Crank is turned 45 degree from inner dead center. So this is the inner dead center and this is the outer dead center. So it rotates 45 degree from the inner dead center to outward direction. From that we have to find out the velocity of the pistons. So this is the velocity, and that piston that velocity of P that we have to find out. Then velocity of the point D, so this we have to find out. Then velocity of point D at the connecting rod, which is at a distance of 0.5 meter from the B. So this is the point B, and from D, that is a 0.5 meter available. From that we have to find out the velocity of D. This is one. So also we have to find out the angular velocity of connecting rod. So this is the angular velocity. It means not V, but that is a omega, that we have to find out. Omega PB, that we have to find out. And also we have to find out angular acceleration of the connecting rod and acceleration of the point D. So these two things that we have to find. So in the last lecture we have to find out the VP, VD and omega BP. Here that omega PB that we have to find out by using this equation, and this VD that also we have to find out this equation, but that is a not need. But that VD that we have to directly calculate by the using the equation by the measuring the length VD. Okay, and another point, that is a VP, that piston, that is also no need to calculate this one. That VP is also we have to find out by making the by measuring the length, this length. Okay, that velocity magnitude. Okay, so in this way we have to find out the VD, VP and omega PB. So first part that we have to complete it in a part 1. Now we have to study in a part 2. Okay, so these are the basic requirement. Once again I have to draw this configuration diagram for the easy understanding, and this table it may be required whenever we have to draw a acceleration diagram. So we have to start with the first one, that it may be in a continuous with the velocity diagram, it may be step 6, and for the acceleration diagram it may be considered as a step 1. Okay, it may be considered as a step 1. So what is the step 1? That for drawing a acceleration diagram, relative velocity, for drawing a acceleration diagram we have to use a relative velocity methods for drawing a acceleration diagram. Okay, so this is as per the configuration diagram that we have to use, and that we have to draw a velocity diagram. So as in the starting first point, that we have to assuming that crank rotates at constant speed. So as per our assumptions, when crank rotates at constant speed, what we have to do, we have to consider that tangential component for that crank, it may be a 0 from this diagram. Okay, then the total acceleration for this one, the total acceleration it is a normal acceleration. Okay, that is a total acceleration. It may be considered as a total acceleration because the tangential acceleration it may be 0. Okay, so for this purpose, for understanding this acceleration diagram, what we have to make, we have to make this table. Okay, in this table what we have to write down, name of the link, that is a AB, BP and slider P. Then another point, that is the length of link, and length of the link in a meter. So AB we have 0.5 meters, and BP we have a 0.2 meters, and slider P, that that is a slider, so it moves, so it has a length. From this thing, velocity of the link, that we have to find out from the velocity diagram. This is the thing, 21, 24. Okay, then after from the calculation normal acceleration v square by r. So this is the v and this is the r. So this is the value, this one for the BP length, and the 0 because the straight line motions. Slider it moves in the straight line, so this motion it may be considered as a 0 normal acceleration, while the tangential acceleration it may be something. So at that time we have to consider total acceleration is equal to tangential acceleration. Okay, so this is the diagram. For starting this diagram, first we have to consider some of the suitable scale. That suitable scale that we have to consider, suitable scale that we have to consider, 1 centimeter is equal to nearby, we can say that is a 250 meter per second square. Why we have to consider this one too large? Because that we can see over here, this is a 1973.804. this is the meter per second square. It may be represented in a scale, it may be very larger one. So this is the way we have to consider a diagram. Okay, so now we have to start to draw acceleration diagram. First point, so we have to see in the diagram, first we have to find out which is the fixed point. That point that we have to consider as our Paul point. That point we have to consider as our Paul point. Okay, so from the figure here we have to consider our point A, that is a fix. Okay, so we have to write down over here, locate point A in a space and draw vector AB parallel to AB, B parallel to BA. Okay, so this in the with the help of the suitable scale, okay, so this is the our BA link, and as per the dimension with a suitable scale. So here I have to make some calculation that this dimension it may be represented by using this scale, this dimension it may be represented by this scale. By the calculation that that we have to consider 1 centimeter is equal to 250 meter per second square for the representation of this line. So here we draw AB vector which is parallel to BA. Okay, so it that magnitude, we have a magnitude. Okay, this is the magnitude, we have a magnitude. Okay, so we have to represent by 7.8, that which is parallel to AB. So this is the AB. Okay, so how we can move? It may be like this one, AB. Okay, so this dimension, that 7.8, it may be near to this one. Okay, as we know that this is the normal component of acceleration, so it may be represented by A and BA, but while the tangential component it is a 0. Okay, so that total, this is equal to a total acceleration also, total acceleration for link BA. Now from point A to B point, what we have to draw? Another point, there is another link, that is a BP link. Okay, so we have to from point B we have to draw another vector from point B, draw a vector BP dash that represent normal acceleration, or we can say the normal acceleration of PB. Okay, so we have to draw that parallel line, once again parallel line to a link PB. Once again we have to represent parallel line to link PB. So this is the parallel. So how we can represent from B point? It may be like move in this way, but dimension it may be given over here, that 22, so it may be represent 0.8 by a 0.8. So I have to write down over here that represent by dotted line. Okay, this is the P dash and that component is nothing but a normal PB. Clear? Now from P dash point, draw a vector PP dash which represent a tangential of, sorry, not normal but tangential of PB, okay, which is perpendicular to this line BP. Okay, this is perpendicular to BP. Okay, now there is a from point B I have to consider one point. This is the P point, and exactly this is the 90 degree, so I have to draw, it may be like this one, and now I have to extend, this is a parallel line from this one, so it may be velocity parallel, it may be perpendicular, so we have to draw from point P dash to, okay, but it may be drawn by using a which line? Dotted line. Which line? A dotted line. Okay, so that magnitude, we have a magnitude, we have a normal magnitude, but that we don't have a magnitude, that we have to write down first down. Unknown magnitude of normal component M is unknown, and that per tangential component is parallel to BP. Okay, now this thing, so we have the value of this one, so what we have to done, we have to draw another component. For the another component we have to draw, now from point A, now from point A small a, draw a vector AP that is a parallel to line of stroke, strokes. Okay, so that magnitude is not required, but this is the A and P. So what we have to done, we have to represent it by using the large scale. So this is the A and P, make parallel line, so we have to move this that over here, so where it may be connected, so from that point we have to draw another line, that is a vector AP. So there is no requirement of to draw dark or small line. Okay, where it cuts, it may be a P point. Okay, and from the total acceleration of APB we have to make it by a dark line. Okay, this is the tangential for PB, and this is the final APB. Clear? So now another point that we have to represent
data.
Okay, now after this one there is a one point is remaining to represent point D. So for the represent of point 2, there is another step that we have to consider, step 2, and in the sequence it may be step 7. Okay, locate point D. So as already we know that when we have to represent D, at that time we have to use the similarity rule that is in the velocity diagram. Same way over here we have to use the similarity rule, that is nothing but BP upon, this is the BP upon BD. Same way vector BP upon BD. So we have a length BP and we have a length of BD. We have from this diagram we can say that is we have a length of the BP total. Okay, but that BD distance from B to D, what is the distance, that we have to find out by using this equation. So we have to write down over here that BD is equal to what, that BD is equal to BP into that BD upon BP. Clear? So we have a value of BD, that is a 0.5, and BP, that is a 2. So BP, that we have to measure by using a scale, that is approximate 6.4. okay, this is the BP that we have to measure, the 6.4, but it is the only magnitude, so it may be represented by in a meter per second square. So it may be, so this BP that we have to measure by using this dimension, so that is a 6.4, and final whatever the value, that is okay. So this length of the BD we can find out by using the calculator, that is 1.6 centimeter. So we have to represent by from the B to D, that is a 1.6 that we have to calculate. We have to measure by using a scale, that from 1.6, so it may be 1 point. Over here point D are located, okay, that is a point D. So that we have to join with the A. Okay, so these are the our diagram for oscillation diagram. So now we have to given this is the oscillation of D, total oscillation, there is a no requirement, that is point D. So AD is equal to what? That this magnitude is equal to AD. Okay, so slider, there is a magnitude is not known, so we have to use this is the magnitude is not known, and direction is perpendicular to slider, that we have to draw over here. Okay, so another point, that D, then this is the this direction that we have to draw, and this one, the direction it may be perpendicular to this one. Okay, so this is the total. This is clear from the understanding, very easily we have to draw this diagram. So now for the calculation purpose, that all that we have to know that what we have to find out, we have to find out angular oscillation of BP and angular oscillation of point D. We have to find out angular oscillation of BP and angular oscillation of the point D. So how we can find out this all the things? So angular oscillation, it may be total oscillation is equal to R, that is the radius of the link, and angular oscillation of the BP. Okay, so A total BP, that we have to find out by using this measurement of this scale, that we have to measure by using this scale. So this is the A total is equal to what? That is a 6.4, that we have to write down somewhere. This is a 6.4. So this is the 6.4. So this is the 6.4, that is our oscillation. So we have to write down over here 6.4 is equal to oscillation, and radius is equal to radius of PB, that is given over here 2 meter, and oscillation, angular oscillation, that we have to find out. So what we have to run, angular oscillation is equal to 6.4 into 2, but 6.4 into 2, it may be multiplied by 250, because that is as per our the we can consider the scale, suitable scale, so it may be required. Okay, and final, for which one? For the point D. So for the point D, we have to use a simple way, that for the point D represent that is a simple thing, that oscillation, we have a oscillation. So what we have to done, start. So as per this one, that we have to find out the angular oscillation of BP, but as per our data, we don't find angular oscillation of DD, but we have to find out oscillation of D. So that oscillation of D, that we have to find out by measuring this length only, and multiply with that length by the that our suitable scale, that is a 1 centimeter is equal to 250, that is AD is equal to that is a 6.6, that is nothing but a 6.6 into 250. Okay, so final, that we have to find out our AD. So in this way we have to find out the two things, that acceleration and velocity. So always whenever we have to start for drawing the acceleration normal diagram, what we have to done, it has a two component, normal and tangential. First we have to draw normal component, then at the end of that normal component we have to draw perpendicular, that is a tangential component, and from starting and end we have to join, and that is our final component for every link that we have to done. Okay, so you have to make this practice, and from the practice then we can easily find out the SE lesson. One point that you have to remember, that I don't write, but you have to consider that I have to explain in the data. Magnitude is unknown from the slider, and also that is perpendicular to a line of strokes, LOS, line of stroke. This is the line of stroke. Okay, thank you. If you have any query, please ask me. Okay, thank you.